Another rookie receiver who I wasn't all in on, but the more and more I read about him, I'm starting to get there. That's Terrace Marshall. And I really liked him as a player coming out. I love the connection with Joe Brady from LSU, who went out and got his guy. But what's really, piquing my interest here is the fact that he's operating as a big slot receiver there with the Panthers in their early practices. Joe Burrow's top targeted receiver for all 5 years, the past 5 years, has been a slot guy. Again, Gase loves that. Yes, Gase was part of that. But even before Gase got there, Quincy Enunwa was his top target out of the slot. In college, his top receiver was the slot guy. And this is where Terrace Marshall played under Joe Brady. So it seems like a very seamless transition at a position where Darnold really likes to pepper. There's good weapons around him. I doubt he leads the team in targets or anything crazy like that. But I still think there's a path to some value. What do you think of Terrace Marshall there?
Yeah, they're definitely. I would be very surprised if he led the team in targets. There's certainly a really high ceiling in terms of just the arc of his career. He has the draft capital as a second round pick. LSU just pumps out impressive wide receivers over just the last decade, with Justin Jefferson being the latest example. So that alone is also a good sign. But he comes from like a very interesting college career. He really was injured throughout his entire college career. He didn't have a season with more than 12 games. In 2 out of his 3 seasons that he played, he didn't eclipse even 10 games. But when he was playing, he was absolutely balling out, surrounded by really good other receivers. So he definitely has this like high risk, high upside type of wide receiver profile, which is exciting. I do think though, like DJ Moore is very good. I would be really surprised if he somehow becomes the alpha wide receiver over DJ Moore in this offense. And I definitely think Robbie Anderson and obviously Christian McCaffrey will be involved. So I have really not been drafting him much in fantasy. I just think he, like best case scenario, almost he's the 4th guy in targets on the team. But long term, I definitely think there's a lot of upside with Terrace Marshall.
And I think you're right in your assessment of the target tree. I don't see him going above Anderson, Moore, or McCaffrey.
Right.
Thing is he could be a red zone monster. I mean, 6'4", that's where he did a lot of his damage in college as well. Yep. And again, that slot that Darnold likes, I think there's a lot of upside. You might want to consider him a little more, Sam. But I do want to make sure that's one of the things I'm watching is he actually playing in the slot? Is he in there with the first team? And what is his rapport looking like with Darnold? So that's why he's on the watch list here. I can't wait to see for sure. What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.